1.2 onto the summit, we reach the top by Tenzing Norgay, part 2. Hello dear students and dear friends. In my last video lecture, I discussed the icebreakers of the lesson 1.2 onto the summit, we reach the top. I introduced you the writer and the lesson 1.2 onto the summit, we reach the top. Friends, today too I will continue with the same lesson 1.2 onto the summit, we reach the top by Tenzing Norgay, and I will discuss the content of this lesson line by line. I will read the text of this lesson sentence by sentence, and I will interpret the content of the text or the lesson to you properly. But before that, I would like to revise certain important points of this lesson, and they are: number 1, this lesson is a brief autobiographical article or essay. This lesson is a brief autobiographical article or essay. Number 2, in this lesson or in this article, the writer Tenzing Norgay describes the climb to the top of the Mount Everest. In this lesson, the writer Tenzing Norgay describes the climb to the top of the Mount Everest along with his teammate Edmund Hillary. Number 3, this article also describes what brought the writer Tenzing to climbing mountains. Third important point, this article also describes what brought the writer Tenzing to climbing mountains. So these are some of the important points of the lesson. Now let's turn toward the reading of the lesson. So friends, open your textbook of English and see this lesson on page number 16, or you can also read it on the screen in front of you. Dear friends, during my interpretation of the text, I will explain you the meanings of the difficult words time to time, and I will also discuss the margin activities accordingly. And I will also discuss the margin activities accordingly. Now let's start reading of the lesson. Onto the summit, we reach the top. When we left Camp 9 on Friday morning, I was determined to get to the top on this day. The writer Tenzing says that when they left Camp 9 on Friday morning, he was determined fully to get to the top on that day. That morning I remember thinking I was to get to the top even if I die. The writer Tenzing Norgay tells us that he remembers that that morning he was thinking that even if he dies, he would get to the top of that mountain. I was not afraid to die that day. We set out early and all the way from Camp 9 to the peak we alternated. He says that he was not afraid to die that day. They set out, they started early, and all the way from Camp 9 to the peak, they kept on changing their places. Alternated means changing places. I would take the lead and then Hillary. He explains us that he would take the lead and he was followed by his colleague or teammate Edmund Hillary, who accomplished this task of reaching to the summit of the Mount Everest with him on 29th May 1953. So he means the writer Tenzing Norgay would take the lead and his teammate or only colleague, only teammate Edmund Hillary would follow him. The man who follows when climbing has a difficult job both in climbing up and climbing down. The writer Tenzing explains us that the man who follows when climbing has a difficult job to do, both at the time of climbing up and at the time of climbing down. So the job of a follower in climbing is quite difficult and dangerous. He is the anchor. Anchor means what? Anchor means here a person who provides stability or confidence in an uncertain situations or in an uncertain situation. Anchor means here a person who provides stability or confidence in an uncertain situation. So he says he is the anchor, means Edmund Hillary, who was the only teammate of the writer Tenzing Norgay in his expedition of reaching to the summit of the Mount Everest, was a person who would provide stability and confidence to him on his way. The man going in the lead cuts the steps and breaks the way, and one who leads this climbing has to cut the steps and break the way. In my pocket, I had 4 flags. Tenzing tells us that in his pocket, he had 4 flags. When we were still at Camp 4, Colonel Hunt gave me 3 flags, those of Britain, the United Nations, and Nepal. The writer Tenzing Norgay says that when he was climbing the summit of the Mount Everest, or he was going to reach the summit of the Mount Everest, during his journey he had 4 flags in his pocket. And he says that when they were still at the Camp 4, Colonel Hunt gave him 3 flags. And these 3 flags were of Britain, the United Nations and Nepal. He charged me with the duty of planting them on the top of the world. And Mr. Hunt or Colonel Hunt assigned Tenzing the duty of planting those 3 flags of Britain, United Nations and Nepal there at the top of the world, that is of the Mount Everest. These 3 flags are in your care, he said. When you and Hillary reach the top, put them at the peak. I am sure that you and Hillary are going to do it. Then Colonel Hunt told the writer Tenzing that those were 3 flags in his care, and he also added that when he is quite sure that the writer Tenzing and Hillary, they both would reach the summit of Mount Everest, and he also told them that they have to put these flags there, they have to place or plant these flags there at the summit of the Mount Everest. Now see on the next page. I told Colonel Hunt that I was carrying the Indian flag with me and I would like to be on the top with the other flags. Then the writer Tenzing says that he told Colonel Hunt that he was carrying the Indian flag too along with him and he would like to be there on the top with other flags. I had to ask Colonel Hunt's permission in his capacity as a leader of the expedition. Now see the word capacity. Capacity means here a specified role or position. Capacity here means a specified role or position. Expedition means a journey undertaken by a group of people with a particular purpose. The writer says here, he tells us that he had to ask Colonel Hunt's permission because he was having a specific role or a position as the leader of that expedition. Indian flag. Now here he tells us about his feelings regarding Indian flag. Colonel Hunt said, by all means, I am glad to know that you brought an Indian flag. Then Colonel Hunt told the writer that he was glad by all means to know that the writer Tenzing has brought an Indian flag with him. After 1 hour of steady going, we cut across from the south face and started up the west side, where we had to pass up a steep line of rocks. Now here the writer describes his real experiences of climbing that mountain. So he says, after 1 hour of steady going, they cut across from the south face to that mountain, to that Mount Everest, and started up the west side, where they had to cross a steep line of rocks. This was slow and difficult, and this way was very slow and difficult. Once we had cleared these, there was nothing barring our way to the top but a snow-covered incline, sloping less and less as it neared the top. The writer knew that once they had cleared these rocks, steep line of rocks, then there was nothing that would be an obstacle to their way to the top. But a snow covered incline means here a slope. Incline means a slope, and sloping means slanting up or down. So writer says that once they clear these steep line of rocks, they know it very well that there was nothing that would create an obstacle in their way to the top of Mount Everest. But a snow-covered slope that was slanting up and down less and less as it neared the top. But there was a snow-covered slope that was slanting up very less and less as it neared to the top. These last 60 or 70 feet up the top were not very dangerous. He says that these last 60 or 70 feet up to the top from there were not very dangerous. But we kept up the same steady pace, but they kept on climbing with the same steady pace, with the same steady speed. And we reached the small flattened summit almost together. And they both, the writer Tenzing Norgay and his only teammate Edmund Hillary, they both reached to that flat summit almost together. During the last 50 feet from the peak, Hillary and I were moving about 20 feet apart. This is during the last 50 feet from the peak. The writer Tenzing and Hillary, they both were moving about 20 feet apart. Means there was a distance of 20 feet between them during the last 50 feet from the peak. We were tied together with a rope. Most of the time the rope was loose, but when we went over dangerous ground, we drew it taut. Taut means tightly. Writer says that they were tied together with a rope. He says that during the last 50 feet from the peak, Hillary and the writer himself, they both were moving about 20 feet apart. Means they were having the distance of quite 20 feet between them when they were climbing the last 50 feet from the peak. And they were tied together with a rope. And most of the time that rope was loose. But when they would go for, or they would go over dangerous ground, they drew that rope tightly. This rope was a symbol. He says that this rope was a symbol. It tied us together. He says that this rope was a symbol, and that rope has tied them together. One could not move without the other. We were not two individuals but a team. He says that the writer tells us that rope tied them together. and one could not move without the other, and they were not two individuals but a team. I have been asked many times who was first. When we were within the reach of the summit, I did not think of who was going to be first. He says that he had been always asked many times that who was the person to reach first there at the summit of the Mount Everest. He says when they both were within the reach of the summit, he did not think of who was going to be first there to that summit of Mount Everest. I am sure that Hillary was not thinking that, and he says that he was quite sure that even his only teammate Edmund Hillary would not also be thinking of that who was going to be first there. Climbing takes all your attention. You have many more important worries, and he says that at that time one doesn't think of reaching the first there at the summit, but his entire attention is towards the climbing, and at that time you have many more important worries. What does it matter whether I reach the top first or Hillary? He says that what does it matter whether he himself reaches the top first or Hillary reaches the top first? It doesn't matter. He says it doesn't matter for him and for others also. If he himself reached the top of the Mount Everest or Hillary reached the top of the Mount Everest, our main thought was that both of us reach the top. And he says that their main thought was that they both have to reach to the top, and we had to, and they had to reach there at the top. One couldn't do it alone. It was quite impossible for a single individual to reach there at the top of the Mount Everest. So it is quite meaningless and useless to ask and say that who was the first to reach there at the top according to the writer Tenzing. If there had been a difference of 1000 feet between us, then one could make the claim that he was the first. He says that if there had been a difference of 1000 feet between these both, then one could say and make a claim that he was first. But even then, only the man behind him could confirm the distance between the two of them. But in that situation also, only the man behind that person can confirm that the person reached the first. And in that situation, only the man behind that person can confirm that the distance between of these two was so much and he reached the first. So we should stop here. Friends, there is one margin activity on this page, and the margin activity is give reasons for the rope being called a symbol. I suggest you to read this lesson and this part of the text twice and thrice and write the answer of this activity in your logbook or register. So we stop here. In my next video lecture, I will continue with the lesson and I will discuss the further part of the lesson. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.